In this free training, I'm going to teach you how to eliminate 50% plus wasted ad spend by asking 3 questions. Before we dive into this, I'm going to jump into what is wasted ad spend. So I'm going to explain this by going through 2 examples. So let's calculate ACOS, so advertising cost per sale. It is equivalent to ad spend over ad sales. So in this example, let's just say we have $100 of ad spend, which then generated us $269.85 of PPC sales. So when you do the math, this gives you a 37.06% ACOS. So now let's just take the exact same sales number, and let's assume that of that $100 spent on ads, 50 of it was wasted ad spend, and the other $50 was attributed to that $269.85 of PPC sales. So when you go through the same calculation of taking spend over sales, you now have an 18.53% ACOS. So you had $50 that did not create any value to the business. ACOS dropped from 37.06% to 18.53%. So how do we fix this? The ACOS dropped is 50%. It's pretty significant. And it's only because of how we are looking at our wasted ad spend and whether we even notice it. So there's 3 questions that I kind of ask myself when I'm looking at my pay-per-click, and it will help me figure out or eliminate the wasted ad spend. So the very first question that I always ask in regards to a search term is, can you rank on this keyword? So we have the tool, we have the data to be able to do this. Amazon gives us the search query performance report, where we're able to calculate the brand conversion rate and the market conversion rate. The general thought process here is, if your brand conversion rate is better than your market conversion rate, then you can generally rank high or in the top 10 for this particular keyword or search term. The larger the difference between the brand conversion rate and the market conversion rate tells you how high you rank for. So that's going to be whether you can be in the rank top 3, 5 to 10, 10, 15, etc. So if you can rank for it, then you created value on your ad spend. So that's not considered wasted ad spend, even though your ACOS might be higher than your gross margin. So if that's a no, then that leads to question number 2. Can you profit on this keyword through pay-per-click? So you can calculate this because you know some of these metrics. So here's a quick example. If gross margin before ads is 40%, which is a pretty typical gross margin that you'll see, if your conversion rate is 10%, your AOV is 17.99%, your cost per click in general for that market is $1. You can calculate sales, and then you can calculate spend just based on the rough data that we have up here. So this is going to give us an expected ACOS of 55.59%. Because we know that our gross margin is 40%, then we just do that comparison. If expected ACOS is greater than your gross margin, then that means you are not making any profit on every dollar spent on this search term. And we already know that we can't rank on this keyword. So if you can be profitable on this keyword, but you can't rank, then you created value on your ad spend. If not, then we're going to go to question 3. Is there another reason why you are running this at a loss? So there could be, let's just say you're doing a brand new launch. You're okay to lose some money, particularly for reviews, Or maybe you want to try to create more brand awareness. Maybe you're new to the market, you are competing against pretty competitive brands, and you just want the consumers to know and see your name. So those are the only other reasons why you would ever really want to run at a loss. So if there is another reason, then you created value on your ad spend. If there is no reason for it, then this is wasted ad spend. And this is where you need to stop spending money. So a lot of people get caught up in not understanding these 3 questions and how to ask those questions for every single keyword that you're running. And they just run their ads just like this. And maybe at 37% looks okay. They don't really pay attention to it. But you can see the massive difference in ACOS that it could have if you are paying attention to what's in this bucket and where you're spending your money. And if you go through these 3 questions every single time, you will reduce this wasted ad spend significantly, which is then going to result in a much better ACOS here and improve your organic ranks, because you ultimately are spending money where it actually matters and you're creating value for the business. Hope that helps. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe.